We in this bitch. Coming out of Santos.
I didn't even.
They left garbage in the motherfucking shit.
Yo, don't be trying to not get on my shit.
Why do you always do that shit, nigga?
Cause that's what I do, bitch. And stop saying nigga on my channel,
Yo,
bitch.
fuck them geek ass niggas in Europe and Brussels and shit, nigga. Reading Spider-Man, yo. This nigga Boog is a fraud. He didn't get out all that shit. Nigga Boog shot niggas for real. He the niggas that Spider-Man try to stop, nigga. Don't believe this motherfucker. Fuck out of here.
Man, I used to play the trap spot, propped on the block like I was part of the backdrop. Now it's scale, props, effects, and backdrops. The right lighting, you never catch me biting. Say you make it look so real when you pose the figures fighting. I caught lightning, stuck it in the detour. Replicate epic scenes from the Kree War. Compose pieces with artists that span the globe. Fearsome foes, Spidey in the picture perfect pose. Insert the comic book cutout to shoot a show. Oh, you ain't know? Yo, everybody know me. I made nerds cool, cool nerd like my man Zobi. Took the everyday display, gave it a spark. Welcome to articulated comic book art. Book art.
Yes, sir. We are officially back at it.
Yes, sir. We are officially back at it.
Yes, sir. We officially back at it.
Yes, sir. We officially back at it. I'm the Juggernaut.
What?
The Juggernaut.
Yes, sir. We officially back at it.
Yes, sir. We officially back at it.
Yes, sir. We officially back at it. Thank you.
Yo, we are officially back at it from the park.
Great.
Yes, sir. We're officially back at it.
Officially back at it.
Yes, sir. What up, community? This is Dave Vonner. We're officially back at it.
Crispy.
Yes, sir. We officially back at it, man. This is Book Nice 10 coming at you with the 50th episode of Meantime in Between Time. Shout out to each and every one of those dudes that you just saw in that little segment. Those are the original Marvel Legends community members. These are the people that helped start this movement. This is where it all started from. Those handful of guys was trading and talking and posting up their videos on YouTube. And then not soon after that, the term articulated comic book art was coined, and everything grew out of that. So I want to just pay homage to those guys real quick. If you had a hard time recognizing any one of those guys, then you need to find out who they are. I didn't bother putting everybody's name down there because you should know who they are. Obviously, Dave Vonner said his name, and big shout out to Dave Vonner for doing that. Without Dave Vonner and Jesse and some of those guys that helped start Toy Biz Marvel Legends, a lot of us probably wouldn't even be collecting and doing what we do. So I had to get Dave up in there too. So big shout out to Dave for doing that, and shout out to all the original Marvel Legends community members. And let's get into this video, man. 50th package. Alright. So this first package was a package from my man JRA Nightmare. Junior hooked me up. He told me he was going to send me this Dark Side arm. I'm still trying to build a Dark Side. So he had an arm just laying around. So he was just going to send me that, for free or whatever. Which is cool because I just gave away a bunch of bath parts that I had just laying around anyway. It be like that sometimes. You give and you get. That's how it be. So he gave me one arm to Dark Side. I guess this is the right arm. With the interchangeable hand. Then he sent me a birthday card too, which was real cool, and this really made me laugh. All the power for birthday fun is in your hands, and it says laugh fearlessly, wish heroically, celebrate victoriously. And I thought that was just mad funny. Then he's got MTIT right there because he knows I'm gonna put this in MTIT. And he gave me a Toys R Us gift card, crispy, $25. So I'm about to spend this immediately. Good looking, Junior, man. I appreciate that. This was like probably one of only 2 gifts that I got for my birthday. But that's how it be. The older you get, the less shit you get anyway. So big thanks again, Junior, man. I appreciate you, brother. So there you have it. Just missing the left arm and left leg. That's the left, right? Yeah, left. So anybody got those parts, let me know. If you're willing to trade or sell them or whatever, just let me know. And the second package was from my man S13. Hooked me up with the Vega right here, the Soda Street Fighter Vega. Really, really happy to get this guy. This was a trade that we doing. This was his half of the trade. Sent him loose, got all the parts and everything. He's in great condition though, so I don't mind. That's great, man. I'm so happy. Big thanks to my man S13. So that gives me all the members of M. Bison's crime syndicate. Tell me what the correct pronunciation is. Is it Shadow Lou or Shadow Law? I don't know. Let me know. I know Fernando knows. But I think I can remember like a month or so ago people debating over what it was on the group. But real happy to have these guys, man. That's something I've been meaning to mention. I mean, I guess I kind of mentioned it before, but, you know, don't be afraid to prop up the guys on stuff to really get the view and the look that you want. I mean, I wanted Saget to really look like he's towering over everybody. And you wouldn't have really been able to see him looking down in the shot if I didn't prop him up just a little bit. He's still tall as hell anyway, but, you know, don't be afraid to rearrange the people. It's just like when you was young taking those school portraits and they would, like, you know, elevate some kids and what have you to make the shot come out nice. Don't be afraid to do that with the figures as well, just to get a good shot with your, you know, when you're taking pictures. A little NSA. I had this sheet of paper. It's just paper, printed paper, but it looks like a wooden floor. I used it one time and totally forgot that I had it, and I had it rolled up in the closet. And then like 3 weeks ago, I rolled it on the opposite side to try to get it flat and forgot. So I'm just now taking it out and trying to flatten it out again. But I got this off of eBay. I was just searching for different like printed backgrounds, brick walls, and different things or whatever. I don't even remember where I got it, but it was definitely on eBay. I don't remember who the seller was, or I don't remember exactly what I searched, but it was just one of those random purchases. This is actually how I have Deadpool in my X-Men portrait in this pose. So I figured I'd just get a shot with him with the utilizing that paper floorboard, wooden floor thing. And this cutout is obviously themed in the way that Deadpool speaks in the comics. I think that's kind of important when you're doing your setups and everything, that you try to do that if you're capable of doing that, because you know the way the Asgardians speak, the way it's written in the comic books is different from everybody else, so you could tell that it's one of the Asgardians. Same thing with Deadpool and robotic characters and demonic characters and stuff like that. So that's important, and I'll let y'all know why that's important in the next couple of months too. So messing around with the custom tendrils that I got from Mike from Apathy Inc. I only showed these like one time in MTIT, and it was when I didn't really have a decent camera. So I thought I'd mess around with them a little bit one more time. I think I'm like 2 issues behind in X-Force. As far as I know, they still haven't showed Phantom X's face fully. I know that he had pulled up his mask a little bit at one point in a couple of different comics, but I don't think they've showed a full masking of Phantom X yet. Correct me if I'm wrong or let me know. But I wonder when they're going to do that, if they haven't. Package! So that package was from my man Junior. Hooked me up with the Madam Hydra, so that gets me one step closer to completing Wave 2 and gives me the Red Skull part for the Red Skull Zola. I got the, I still need to get another Daken so I could complete the regular Arnhem Zola and throw the arm on there. And then I'll go ahead and rearrange this a little bit and I guess put all the Hydra people in this meeting or whatever. I'll go ahead and start assembling this guy, the few pieces that I got. So halfway done with this guy. But although she's not as good looking as she was at New York Comic Con, the face definitely changed. I don't know what happened with quality control with Hasbro with this figure and the big time Spidey, which is not showing up in any case packs at all anymore, which is kind of surprising, I guess. I don't know what's going on with that. But the face doesn't look horrible. It's just, she's an ugly woman, but the actual face sculpt is nice. It's actually still a decent face sculpt. Like, I mean, she just looks ugly. She just doesn't look as nice as she looks in the comics, but the face is not as bad as it looked on camera and a video of some other people's. Now that I have it in person, it's not as bad. and her body wasn't as warped as the Madam mask. When I got her, I didn't really have to do too much. So, still a nice addition. Just trying on the Joe Fix-It Hulk coat on Zola. I remember Solid mentioning that Red Skull, when he was in the body, was running around with the coat on too. So I was seeing if it'll fit. Once I complete the Red Skull, I think I'm gonna try that. It looks like it'll fit pretty well. Gotta kind of roll up the sleeve a little bit, but. So I was able to pick up a mint on card Thunderball and Pile Driver yesterday to add to my wall. Remember I said I want to get the Wrecking Crew on my wall on card, so I was able to get that. I picked up another Iron Man from Series 1, the regular version, and the Modern Thor. This is actually for my boy Minor out in Spain. I'm gonna give him one of the Bucky caps in my Big Bad Toy Store order that comes next week, and I gotta grab another Steve Rogers, regular Steve Rogers for him and send that out to him in Spain. And I picked up another Thunderball Madam Mask for my man Configure. He wanted it loose, so I'm about to pack that up. This is a package from my man Pharaoh Black, the Big Time Spidey. This is all from the same spot, by the way. And I was also able to find what seems like an impossible figure to find, the masked Daken. So big shout out to Jay. He shot me a message through Facebook and told me about this little mom and pop shop. It's a little game store uptown in Harlem that he had went to. And he told me to go check it out. He had went in there and they had like maybe 3 or 4 masked Dakens. So he bought 2 for himself, I guess, to keep one on card and to open one. And he shot me a message, and I just happened to be in Harlem at the time. So I went over there, and it was still kind of early when I got over there. The store was actually still closed, even though all the other stores was open. So I did a little running around, came back, and sure enough, when I went in there, they had a masked Daken. They had all the Wave 1, Wave 2. And so, you know, I picked up those little things for a few people in the community, and I grabbed this and the 2 Wrecking Crew dudes for myself. So that was just a score on a whim, man. Just happened to just go in there and find this, man. So I'm real happy to get this guy. There is a little crease up in the corner right here, so I'm probably just gonna open this guy up. Plus I need this arm to complete my Zola anyway, so I never opened the actual, what was supposed to be the variant that's still on my wall, the unmasked version. I do want to get one more unmasked version so I can remove the claws and stuff, but I think I'm gonna open this guy up in this episode right here. So completed Zola finally. Ballin'. This figure has gone for $600. I've seen somebody pay $600 online for this figure, going for buku bucks online. I see the price is kind of going down now because I think they're starting to pop up. So I see the price going down a little bit. But last week I saw somebody pay $600 for this damn figure. But you know, fuck it. I just opened it up because you can't do ACBA with a mint on card figure. Really nice figure. I think he looks nice. He came out really nice. I'm gonna see how he stacks up against Solid's custom Daken. We always say Daken, but the correct pronunciation is Daken. I guess we also used to saying Daken, that we just keep saying it. But I do have a custom from Solid of Daken that I've had for quite some time, and I'm gonna show you, you know, the 2 side by side and see how they stack up and whatnot. But also, real quick on a side note, shout out to Image Anime on 30th Street between 7th and 8th Avenue in Manhattan. I was there yesterday picking up a pre-order, my Super Saiyan 3 Goku. I left the damn figure at my mom's house. I'll get it today. It'll be in this episode. And then I pre-ordered Trunks, but one of the employees in there was like, yo, Bug, ACBA. Like, so, you know, he recognized me from YouTube. It was like that he was a big fan and whatnot. So that was really cool. But, you know, I don't just be shouting out people just to shout them up. Like, those dudes, even before yesterday, they always show me love when I went in, and just, you know, they just mad cool and professional and just always talk with you, and like, you know, they definitely cool down there at that spot even before the dude recognized me or whatever the case may be. So big shout out to those guys. I will definitely continue to give them my business, no question about that. I'm gonna grab this Solid Daken out of my little display here that I've been working on for the longest and I haven't really finished. It's supposed to be like Spider-Man in hell. So there's the 2 versions side by side. You can see the color difference You know, Solid's version here on the right is a little lighter brown and tan, whereas the Hasbro version is a darker brown and tan. Overall, I gotta say that Hasbro's version is way more comic accurate than Solid's. I love this custom, and this was the best thing out before Hasbro released it. But looking at Hasbro's version, it is actually maybe a little bit better than Solid's custom. I thought Solid did an excellent job on the tattoo, painting it by hand. But looking at Hasbro's there, it is a little more crispy. Solid gave him the adamantium blades here, which is not really comic accurate. You know, they got them right here with the bone claws. Originally, Solid's custom had all three of the claws on there, but I actually removed the other ones. The third one, I removed the third one after he didn't have it anymore in the comics. Now, Solid used the head from the Tiger Stripe Wolverine, which has that sort of gritted teeth look. And again, I don't know, man. I like this one. The head is just a little bit bigger on Solid's custom too, but the more that I mess around with the Hasbro Daken, it is really, really good. So you can see them side by side. Like I said, the head is just a little bit bigger on Solid's. The belt is a little exaggerated on the Hasbro's version, but it is comic accurate. That's how it is in the comic. Solid didn't go with that type of belt here. He made it smaller. You can see the boots on Solid's. The wings on the boots are a little more exaggerated than Hasbro's. They both pretty much retain all of the same articulation on both figures, except that Solid's version doesn't have wrist hinges, whereas this one does. So the Hasbro version actually has just a tad bit more articulation, but pretty much the almost the same body molds used. I think Solid used the Bullseye, which is the same thing as Quicksilver. All of those guys have the same mold. So Hasbro's version holds up really well to Solid's custom, or Solid's custom holds up really well to the Hasbro version. But honestly, I do like the Hasbro version just a tad bit better, man. I gotta tell you. Solid's version with the interchangeable head, he did a really, really good job on his face. Everything was done by hand. Looks really good. I don't have the unmasked version opened, although I do have them. I don't have the other unmasked version open, so you're gonna have to wait for another episode for that. But the good thing is that the pegs on the two figures are very similar, so I can swap this unmasked head onto the Hasbro body and show you how that looks real quick. So because the peg for Hasbro's version is a little smaller, you know, like I said, that head is smaller. Solid's version, the head doesn't go completely on the peg, and I'm not going to force it, but the mask does fit around the neck, and it does look pretty decent. Although the skin tone is just a tad bit off, it still does work as another option for another face, or a more angry face, because the face for Hasbro's version on the unmasked version is very calm. It's just like sort of like a smirk. He looks a little more angry here. So that does work. And basically what I'm going to do is get one extra of the Hasbro Daken with the without the mask, and cut the claws off of that one, and then I'll just be swapping one head between the two of those basically. Real quick, here's the Solid's version, the head on the Hasbro body. It doesn't look as good. The head is kind of big, and without the mask around the neck, then you know the neck looks very, very long, looks sort of awkward, so that doesn't work as well as the unmasked head on the body. So I'm wondering if we'll see more Dark Avengers from Hasbro. I would love for them to do the Dark Hawkeye similar to how the MU version was, with the long sleeves and a more meaner face. I don't think it's necessary for them to do the Matt Gargan Spider-Man. I think this one works just fine. Be nice to get another Sentry with the long hair with no beard and no gloves, but I doubt that very seriously. Unless they still have that mold, then they could easily do it. And it'd be nice to get an Iron Patriot. I mean, they could have easily given us the Iron Patriot as the variant for the Extremist Iron Man instead of that blue stealth crap, which made absolutely no sense. I don't know whose decision that was, but that was just a waste. But hopefully we'll get a real complete Dark Avengers from through Hasbro.
Yeah, bitch, you know me. You're falling out. I'm taking out your house, bitch. I'm showing out. What the fuck I got to lie for? 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 I ain't got that shit. 009. Man, I think I got something. Yeah, bitch, I'm starting. Look at all these bodies, how they to 80s He ain't after with me. Now you bitch wanna come with me, cause we bout to go to the ball. Today we poppin' box. My baby mama, but now I got me alive. And she was so sick, so I'm the move like it's so play. I need something like a Tuesday. Trouble ain't my friend. You gon' get exposed like an up-and-coming model. And turn me out like most things like one of them passion mamas. So get to the little bitch. That's you. You must suck a lot of dick. That's true. I miss shells with eggshells and pastels. Mine racing like this true. Hard to big clue. My nigga, you ain't done what I've been doing. And so, you wanna take a piece of your chip. Cause I done served things on they bitch. So ain't even half-assed. I think panties with texture. Hit the L cause they mouth ain't clean. You're still like fried chicken without teeth. Nigga, that's bland. Fuck you up in your man. Smacking like a bitch, nigga.
Happy anniversary.
50, son.
Jack. What up? Hey yo. Hey yo. My side chick.
Hi.
She said she want a new sidekick.
Hi.
I told her, you must be high, bitch. That's highly lost your brain. I have a pocket full of money and have somebody swipe me on the train. The black Jew, the pretty gangster with no tattoos. My wife got 6. My man Pac-Man, baby mom, sister, husband got the bricks. He said take a trip, make it real. Then Pac-Man, he beat up his baby moms and fucked up the deal. Damn. Now we back to square one. If Pac-Man wasn't my man, we shoot the fair one. As for you, I shoot you up, I don't care, son. And them vests, I don't wear one. I'm just a weird thun. I blast, I don't pull out last. They say if it's meant to be, it'll come to pass.
Took the super scroll out just because these brood guys were so sturdy here. I just switched it out with Colossus real quick just to get a couple shots. Still messing around. Deadpool this time. Alright, so I was able to get back over to my mom's house and grab these the DBZ figs, Super Saiyan 3, Goku, Son Goku. I got 2. Actually, one is for my man Vinny, aka from Brazil with Love. He has accumulated quite a few figures here at my crib that I gotta send to him at some point or get to him at SDCC or whatever. But they all safe and good. So I'm gonna leave one of them in the case pack for him. Not even open that. And I'm gonna bust this bad boy open. So there he is. Get this guy out. It's one of the bigger boxes like Piccolo's. So, pretty damn cool. I noticed, well, you got a lot of accessories and stuff. But look, they gave you one of those stands this time. That was cool, because I paid $23 goddamn for those other stands before, and I barely even used them. I probably tried to use them like one time. But yeah, you can see everything that he comes with. 5 extra hands, 1 extra head, the halo, the little, I guess that's the aura that goes around him right there. Get this guy out. I see why they give you the stand with this guy, because of his hair, and it's so exaggerated. He's so top heavy. The hair is so heavy on this guy, it's crazy. Still a dope figure. Looks like the same exact body as the Son Goku, but you know, the hair is just insane. And different facial expressions on the interchangeable face and this face too. So lucky all of these figures come with instructions, because I am a dope sometimes when it comes to constructing stuff. So I'm putting together a little aura first. Correct me if I'm wrong, you know, I don't know all the technical terms. I watched Dragon Ball Z, and I was a fan of watching the show on Cartoon Network and stuff like that. And you know, I know the characters for the most part, but I'm not super educated on every single thing. So if I don't know shit, don't make fun of me. But so I'm gonna construct this first, and then get this guy in there. So there he is, set up on a stand with the aura and the halo. He still got on the original hands and the original face. I haven't interchanged any faces or hands yet, but that's the other reason why they give you the stand, so you can set him up in this fashion too, and have him up on there if you wanted to have him displayed like that. So again, like I said, same body mold as the Son Goku figure, just a different color scheme on the costume. I think that this color scheme is how the original Son Goku was. I'm not 100% sure. I don't have that figure. I have the SDCC version. So, but between this one and the SDCC version, the color scheme is definitely different. I'll show that real quick. So you can see that's a brighter orange, as this one is a little more dull.
Yeah, cheddar, yeah. There's that final take on the cheddar. Man, my swag tougher than the whole cast of Grease 2 with 2 bitches. Thing 1 and thing 2. Yeah, and I'm rolling up the best. Got them blowing on this bomb, got them blowing up they chest, and I'ma serve sipping animal, mixing it with the Danimal. She fired up a blunt, then shit, we compatible. It's JC, cheddar cheese, got the antidote. She want what I got her horny like an antelope. I fuck with it, you know me, bro, duck fitted, clothes on snug, don't fuck with them fuck niggas. Yeah, and I might curse a little bit because my grandpa was a sailor and he fucking left his bitch. Hopefully when I'm rich, I'm greedier than that nigga. Looking at the poor with some Benjamins to laugh with, and I ain't really tripping off your posse with your clan. Say if niggas really hating, and it's latest on the man J. Just on the man J. Yeah, and that's a Paul Rudd quote. And I want that dirty money like I'm Sean Puffy Combs, and I never change the brakes cause I go. And we can keep on fucking bitches, keep it on the low.
So it's the morning of March 27th. I've been up for mad hours already doing mad stuff on the computer, so now I'm about to actually finally get to grading my entries for this round. Well, I actually already got action figure expert scores yesterday, and Trevor Harris. Pretty much everybody did really well in scoring with both of those judges, so now we're just waiting for me and for Solid. I decided this round that what we're going to do as far as the scoring is that each judge is going to grade all 5 entries, and then we would do an average of the scores to pick the final winner. So for instance, if Charles Duke scored a 47 with me, 46 with Solid, 48 with AFE, and 49 with Trevor, then we would take those 4 scores, add them, and then divide by 4 to give him his final score, basically. And that's what we would do with each entry to make it fair and to really get every judge's perspective on each contestant in this round. So that's how it's going down. I'm about to sit down and grade mine, and hopefully I'll get solids later on today. But I got messages from AFE and from Trevor Harris basically saying that like yo, this round was mad tough to judge. Like almost everybody's entries were close to perfect. So. Back. So this is my 3rd case of Wave 2. And I know what you're thinking. You're probably like, Boog, you a selfish bastard. But that's not the truth, man. I'm actually not even keeping any of these figures. This was just my last insurance policy, just in case I didn't get everything. As of right now, I actually still do need extra Phantom X and extra unmasked Daken, but it's no hurry on that. Those are the extra ones I need just to build a second Zola, so I'm not really worried about it. I'm gonna take one of the caps out of this package, and I'm gonna put it with those figures over there for my man Minor from Spain. And that was the only figures that he wanted from Wave 1 and Wave 2. And then all the rest of these figures, I'm going to send them out to Craig Warwick out in the UK so he can have a complete set. Well, at least get started on finishing up Wave 2. So, and I would like to get another one of these Spideys too. But like I said, it's no big deal. I did see them at that little shop in my area, and I could go back and grab some. So I'm just doing my community duty. Between the 3 cases that I got, I pretty much got a full set of Wave 1 plus 2 of the Wrecking Crew dudes on card, plus and yeah, like I said, I just need an extra Phantom X and an extra Daken so I could build a second Zola. So I definitely spread the love with these cases, and I would much rather yes, get figures out to like people in the community that's like customizers and people that's doing ACBA, and know that the figures are going to a home and they're not just getting scalped and shit like that. So, you know, it is what it is. Okay, this has been another episode of Meantime in Between Time. Well, not just another episode, but the 50th episode of Meantime in Between Time. The 50th regular episode, not counting like the New York Comic Con editions of MTIT or the SDCC editions. It's really been over 50 eps, and if you think that it's one episode a week, it's 52 weeks in a year, that means I've done this for a year straight right now and put out a weekly show. So I just want to thank each and every person that's tuned in to my channel and that watches religiously each week. I'm gonna start scaling down as far as the length of the episodes moving forward, because I'm actually about to start trying to focus a little bit more on music and just doing a couple of things. I got a lot of stuff on my plate, but I'm gonna try to pack the episodes with a lot of displaying and maybe just scale back on like the makeshift reviews and stuff like that. That probably won't happen until maybe the 54th or 55th episode maybe, but I'm just giving a heads up. Please come out and join us on the A.C.B.A. Facebook group and the like page, and please sub up the A.C.B.A. community channel. This past week, John created a A.C.B.A. Flickr group too, so I'm gonna link all of that. Just trying to get all the social networking sites in order, and and some of the top sites that come up in a Google search for A.C.B.A. I want to make sure that they all clean and crispy and there's good pictures and stuff up there, because the movement is growing more and more every day. So I just want to make sure people get a good there's a good representation of A.C.B.A. out there when people search it on the net and what have you. So you're probably wondering why my Daken doesn't have a head, and that's because I actually sent out the head to get it casted, and it was something that I was trying to do for the community, so that way if this figure continued to elude the collectors, then at least you'll have a way to get the mass head, just by paying a couple of bucks. Now I'm not sure how I feel about that now. And I'll talk about that more next week, but that's why you don't see the head right now. I'll have the head back next week, and I'll talk about it in next week's episode. But on a side note, real quick, in the underbar, I'm also going to put a link to the petition to get Dave Vonner back to Hasbro. Now, it's just a coincidence that Dave appeared in this episode and that I'm speaking about this in this episode. In no way, shape, or form is Dave a part of this petition, or has he voiced to any of us to do this petition. And originally I was not even in support of the petition, but after I spoke with Shartimus about it for a couple of days, he really opened my eyes up to a few things, and Shartimus had been speaking directly to Dave. But again, Dave is not telling us to do any petition. This is just the best thing that we could do as fans, and to say that we thought it was unjust the way Hasbro fired not only Dave but the other 169 people that were let go as well. So I don't want to talk about it too much, but I will say that I do have some more insight and some more insider information that made me say, okay, I'm behind this. I think it's a good look. So I would love my subscribers to trust me when I say that I'm very concerned about the future of Marvel Universe and Marvel Legends, and I think that this petition is one of our best legal by the book tools that we could use right now to kind of fight back and to let Hasbro know that they made a mistake. That's pretty much all I can say, but please trust me on this. I would not lead you guys wrong, and I would not speak on something without or try to get somebody to support something without me having some prior knowledge or some real information about it, and I do. So please support us with this. This past week I got with Timid, and we revised what Shartimus had as the write-up for the petition and just made it a little more official and a little more grammatically correct, and I think it's sound. So check it out, read it. If you think that it sounds kosher, then I would love for you to sign it. We have a little over 500 signatures right now. I'd love to see us get to 1,000 over the next week. I got a lot of subscribers, a lot of people that watch my channel, and if you like ACBA and you like Marvel 3 3/4 inch figures and 6-inch figures, then this is something that you may want to definitely think about putting your signature on. So I'll talk to y'all next week. Peace.